Homebrewed with Em and Ryan.
An unfiltered life podcast. All right, well, welcome to episode 1 of Homebrewed with Em and Ryan, where we pretty much are just going to let literally a tiny piece of paper decide what our podcast is and what we talk about.
That's what it's come down to during this quarantine.
Yeah, we're trying to be a little bit creative and stay a little bit sane. But essentially what we've done is taken a bunch of different topics. Would you rathers, this or that, kind of like random stupid thoughts, to be honest.
Stupid things from Google.
We're just going to draw a topic, and we don't know what the topic is going to be, but we're just going to let it essentially dictate what our podcast is. Keep it interesting each time. Some things...
That's how Seinfeld started, though, actually. Seinfeld was a show about nothing.
Really?
And it turned into a really fucking great show. So.
Oh, my God, we've got potential. I actually had no idea.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're on the right track then.
Here we go.
So to kick off every single episode, what we're going to do is actually what we do best.
Crack open a beer.
Yeah.
Literally.
So hold for the greatest noise ever.
Oh, so satisfying.
Oh, it is so satisfying. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh.
So I'm drinking Heineken.
I'm drinking Creemore Springs. I didn't buy this necessarily, and I wouldn't buy this necessarily. But a beer is a beer, especially in these times.
We can only enjoy what we get. Heineken is probably definitely my favorite, but we're going to try to do a bunch of different beers at the start of each podcast and let you know how shitty they are or how not shitty they are.
We'll get some local ones, try some different crazy kinds, and that'll basically how we start off every episode.
I think that's a perfect way.
Yeah.
All right, so should we just jump right into it?
Yeah, yes. Pick the first topic.
Oh boy. I need a sip of beer. I can hear this. Yeah, I feel like each turn we'll do one. All right, go for it.
Oh boy, my hand doesn't fit.
Oh my gosh, should have got a bigger jar.
Good one to kick it off. Weirdest place you've had sex?
Oh wow, that just went 0 to 100. We didn't even. Wow, not even a subtle question first. Oh god.
I feel like I haven't.
Mom and Dad, please, if you're listening, just fast forward for the next 5 minutes.
I actually feel like I haven't had sex anywhere too crazy before. In a vehicle in a school parking lot after
or
hours
maybe
or
something risky you've done, trying to be quiet, I guess maybe.
It's usually not what I'm worried about at the time. What about you though? I feel like you have a crazy story.
Why is my silence saying everything?
Yeah, definitely. I'm more excited for your answer.
Okay, I do feel like I have I do have a good story.
Okay,
oh, jeez.
Good.
Mom and Dad, please, I beg you, please fast forward for 5 minutes. So I was dating somebody, oh my God, this was honestly probably 7-8 years ago, but we were at a wedding and it was at a pub, I guess, downtown, and the way that you had to get to the washroom was to leave the hall area and go down some stairs until the bathrooms were dead.
Oh my God, that's good.
So do we not go into a stall and, just...
Nature calls.
It does. It really does. But the best part is that afterwards people walked in. So I left the stall first and he just pretended he wasn't in there because some lady went to the stall next to him and just must have ate something really bad.
Oh my God.
Because I just got the most hilarious text afterwards being I'm panicking. What do I do? I'm trying not to laugh.
He's stuck in there.
Yeah, for probably a good 5 minutes, I would say.
Oh my God, that's brutal.
Yeah, that would probably be I guess one of the most riskiest and spontaneous ones, but also the most hilarious too.
That sucks. You win.
Yeah, I guess so.
Definitely you win that one.
I don't know. I feel like I've definitely have like a couple like weird ones, but I feel like that's the one that definitely stands out the most.
So I need to step it up.
Yeah, next time I need a better story.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
All right, so we are going to choose the next topic. I've been waiting for this question.
Oh, second question.
Yeah, second question, and I'm stoked. Are you ready?
Yep.
Zombie apocalypse plan, go.
Ooh, okay. Well, I have a decent amount of weapons here already, I feel like. So we wouldn't really have to like...
AKA a dart gun.
Yeah, and a tomahawk and an axe. But I don't know. I'd go... Honestly, I'd wait till like some of our area of houses start like breaking down and people have to like leave because some families would want to like vacate. And I would go to one of the rooftops up here. And like, because if you're up high... You got some levels between you and the zombies. You can kind of like attack them down. But also if you're really like needing weapons, go to like a car garage or something like that and take some like massive like hammers or like a big like wrench or something crazy like that. Like a monkey wrench, you know?
That is a good idea. I feel like definitely you need to get to like a high point.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I would want to be that dumbass that goes and like takes over like a Walmart or something.
That would be pretty sick too. Because that would honestly be more crazy than what it's been the last like couple weeks going to a grocery store. Like literally everything.
I feel like walking into a grocery store, it's been looted like an apocalypse.
Yeah, basically. People are acting as if that's about to happen. But I don't know. Honestly, it's exciting.
Oh, low key, if it happens, I'm ready for it. The amount of times I've had dreams about a zombie apocalypse and like seriously kicked ass is unreal. Like
we've watched enough shows to be able to get through it. And I would just make sure my friends are okay, but I would also have a friend who's slower than me every time. So,
but the question is do you leave them behind?
Well, if they're slower than me and they get caught before me, like, I mean...
Sorry about your luck is what he's really trying to say.
Literally. You'd have to have free for all out there at this point.
See, I feel like I would... Okay, so the biggest thing is your weapons of choice, because a lot of people really underestimate the silent weapons, like the close range weapons that make zero noise, because everybody knows that zombies are attracted to noise. So as soon as they hear something, they're naturally going to be drawn to that. So you need a weapon where if you have to, fuck shit up in close range, you can do that without causing a scene. Yeah,
exactly. That's why an axe would be good. I feel like, I wouldn't go for a gun. I think that'd be stupid. It'd be nice to have one as like just some extra security, but like Walking Dead rules, like you never shoot that gun unless you have to. Kind of thing,
I think it's essential that you would have to have something like that, but I would love to shoot like a bow and arrow or something.
It also depends what kind of zombies we have.
Oh, okay. Like, well, this is like a whole other story.
Yeah, like
topic.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'd be terrifying to have like the really crazy fast ones. They're just like booking it at you as soon as they see you,
Like what's the movie?
That Train to Busan was really crazy.
Oh my God. If you haven't seen that movie, please stop what you're doing and go watch it. It's just...
Or even all the 28 days, 28
weeks later. World War Z are also those really crazy fast zombies. Okay, so if there's going to be a zombie apocalypse, I hope it's like the Walking Dead zombies, because like my heart and my anxiety can't handle those fast motherfuckers that are running at you like 10 times as fast as you can.
Or like there's that video game Days Gone where they are attracted to your smell. It's just if they see you. So if you're hiding in a bush, then like near them or something, they won't see you necessarily, So they're kind of a bit dumb that way. But if they do see you,
then you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked. They'll run fast.
Yeah, I definitely am not prepared for the fast zombies, and I feel like just my luck, if anything were ever to happen, we'd get cursed with that.
Yeah. Also, funny talking about The Walking Dead, I actually saw like a thing the other day. The whole cast is basically completely changed. Like Rick's gone from it, Michonne's gone.
What?
Like it's like a new cast of people, and like I guess that was a spoiler alert if no one's seen that. But
spoiler alert.
Yeah, a bit too late. We'll add like an alert button in after.
Just to notify everybody.
But yeah, that show's completely changed apparently. But definitely would be down for zombie apocalypse, more so than what we're doing right now.
See, I feel like I've thought of it as zombie apocalypse, and for me, being a vegetarian, I'd have to make that choice of survival if I'm just gonna leave behind.
Like eat a human?
No, my God, we're not going full cannibal here, but I just mean meat in general. I feel like I would have to survive. I can't get picky and be like, that has dairy in it, I can't eat it.
True, yeah.
Is this gluten free?
You really would be eating. What are the carbs in this? Or
can I measure my macros with this?
Yeah.
I have to run 10 calories or over 10 calories today.
Oh, geez. But if it came down to eating humans,
no,
it'd be a rough choice.
I don't think I could go full cannibal. I think that's where I would have to draw the line.
It depends how desperate you are. I feel like your survival instincts might kick in, you know?
Oh, God. That's a scary thought.
Like you might feel like yeah.
It might necessarily even, like the zombies might not even be your biggest worry. I feel like it's going to be the people that get consumed by this and the people that are generally fucked.
Definitely. The people who like own guns and will like just gladly kill people, you know?
Yeah, people who are just take over and like want that kind of dominance, I guess, to prove everybody wrong and to be the best of the best in like an apocalypse scenario.
Yeah. That's honestly, I feel like once the first outbreak's over with and you've kind of survived all that, then the main worry is other people who are alive, other survivors, trying to protect themselves and their friends, you know?
I feel like you said, you know, it all comes down to your survival instincts and like how hungry you are and like what you would truly do to survive. And I feel like some people would honestly go to some unreal lengths.
Oh, definitely. Like if you could kill someone for the risk of them like trying to kill you kind of thing, like could you pull the trigger first kind of stuff?
Oh, you'd have to.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a choice in that time.
I feel like that would really wean out the people who are just not able to survive the apocalypse. What is it like in what's that movie? It's the one with all the rules. Oh, Zombieland, where he's describing the apocalypse and how your first rule is cardio and how all the fatties were like weaned out at the beginning because they couldn't run away from the zombies. It's gonna be like something like that where it weeds out like the really stupid people and like the people with zero survival skills.
Yeah, it just honestly depends kind of what virus takes them over, you know, if they're smart or if they're completely just brain dead. Or
I would pick like, if I found out on the TV like 5 minutes from now that there was a zombie apocalypse, I would just pack a backpack with just something that I could wear. Rude. Something that I could wear that I could like move really quickly in, but something that could also somewhat keep me warm and something I could take off if I got really hot, because I feel like that's also going to be essential to like, you don't want to fucking throw on a pair of jeans and start running, you know?
That's true. In the rain.
Yeah, exactly. I would just like throw a backpack together of like some like non-perishable foods, maybe throw one of the cats in my backpack with me and just like hit the road.
True. I didn't even think about the cats, but that'd be my main concern.
You need like one of those cat backpacks that have like the little face bubble in it. Honestly, would totally do that.
Yeah, I would have to put Reg on like a leash and she would come with me.
Do you think Amazon would ship quickly in the midst of zombie apocalypse?
Well, with Prime, I pay for that shit.
Yeah, I want that full service, baby.
Yeah, I bet I get it.
I think I would just either go somewhere super far away and secluded, like away from everybody else, or I would probably take up like a small store.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be hard to hold everyone out from a store, I feel like. But going to like an island or something would be really good.
Somewhere like far enough away that still has like one main like little store or like a gas station, something where, I mean, I still need my snacks, okay?
It'd be interesting to see how the government handles it, you know? Like, because that could play a huge part if they're just instituting like just killing everyone, or if they're like completely not helpful at all and it's literally just a free-for-all at that point.
That's true. I feel like everybody would just be like, fuck y'all. You're on your own.
Yeah. Well, given what's happened in the last week, half people wouldn't even think it's real for the first like week.
Oh my God, true. It'd be like 2 months from now. Yeah. And then they'd be like, we tried telling you guys. Yeah. No one listened.
It's nuts.
I was so ready for a zombie apocalypse though.
Yeah, me too.
Hands down. All right. Third topic. It's time to draw.
That was good. I need a new zombie like TV show or something.
Oh, let's create one.
Ooh, are ghosts real?
This is like,
I have a pretty definitive answer on this. For me, at least, I cannot say they're real until I've like seen one.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like people who say they're not real is because they haven't had like a spooky encounter.
Yeah, like I don't doubt there's like spirits or something, but like the actual like ghost of like a human figure standing there is like hard for me to like process, which is why I can't, like, I'm such like a fact scientific person rather than like very like
spiritual.
Yeah, or even just like ambiguous kind of things to believe in. Like, it's just hard for me.
Wow,
like,
if there's a ghost in here right now, they're like, I'm gonna haunt you, motherfucker, tonight.
Yeah, and like, please do, because I'd love to be proven wrong, because that's something like unfathomable that would be really cool to like actually be real. But it's hard for me to believe in anything like that, you know? Like, I don't believe in like a god or anything either. So that's also partly why, like, I have no, like, that's also something that's intangible, that's also very much like spiritual. So if I don't believe in that, then how can I believe in ghosts or vice versa kind of thing? But it's just because I haven't been proven wrong yet.
That's true. I really hope you get haunted the fuck out of after this. There is a ghost in the room right now. Please visit Ryan tonight in his sleep.
And like, I used to be super scared of stuff like that, even though now I don't believe it's real. But like, yeah, like I used to always worry about that at night, like in my room, like there'd be like a ghost or like a figure or a shadow I'd see, but it never happened. And even when I would like push the boundaries, and like I remember sometimes being scared in bed and just like sitting up and like opening my eyes and there being nothing there completely. I'm like, fuck, I've been scared like this whole time and there's nothing there though, ever.
Wow, I feel like I've honestly had so many spooky, unexplainable stories that I feel like I'm going to say them and people are going to be like, damn, this chick is crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't, okay, so to start it off, I used to, and very on and off, suffered from sleep paralysis, which I feel like I've talked to you about before. Yeah. Which, if you don't know what sleep paralysis is, it's essentially you're going through like REM sleep, I believe is what it is. And if I'm wrong, somebody listening out there is going to be like, wow, this bitch is stupid. But your mind is like sleeping, but your body kind of becomes awake, or like vice versa or something like that. So you 100% feel like you are awake and what you are experiencing and what you are seeing is real. Not to say that that's not tied with ghosts, but I feel like
you feel like it's real, but it's
but
not.
It's not. Yeah. And everybody has different versions of sleep paralysis. Everybody kind of experiences it a little bit differently, and there's different forms of it. The one that I usually experience is there's always like a dark presence or a dark figure in the room with me. And every time I have sleep paralysis, it 100% feels like I'm going to die. I don't know how to explain it, but like, it's always... Yeah.
If you feel it was that real, like it's like going into a dream, right? And you feel like it's like 1,000% real. And then you wake up in the morning and you're like, how am I so stupid for thinking that was real if it's something that's just completely not possible? It's
crazy what your mind can convince you, or how your mind works in those types of situations.
I also read something at one point that said you could never make up a face in a dream. Like if you've seen someone...
I did hear about that. Yeah. How crazy.
Like all the bad people you've seen in a dream, you've actually like seen that face before or something.
Which is crazy, because it's like at one point in your life, was that just like a random face that you passed in the middle of the street, or like someone you saw in a movie?
It's like, well, if my brain's remembering that's completely useless. I wish I could remember other shit that was like important for me.
So true. But I feel like I don't know, I used to live in this house with my mom and my dad and DJ, and all the time, I would have this feeling that I was being watched. I've never been more scared living in a house in my entire life. And the amount of times I used to wake up in the middle of the night, like I remember I used to fall asleep, or I would try to fall asleep, and my heart would be racing. Like I would be so scared all the time. And to get to the kitchen, you had to walk past the stairs going upstairs and past the stairs going downstairs. They were two completely separate like entranceways. And always when I would pass the ones going down into the basement, I always thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and it would always catch me off guard. And the amount of times that my mom used to scream because she used to think she saw something.
No way.
Yeah, I found out after we moved out, and thank God she told me after, but in the middle of the night, she would sometimes hear like beer bottles like clinking in the basement. Like she would just hear like really weird noises where it's just like everybody in bed is sleeping. Like there is no way that is like happening. But I'll never forget in my entire fucking life that one night I was sleeping. So my parents had split up, and it was just my mom and I. And we had a dog and we had a cat, which were both up on the bed with us. And we had fallen asleep in her room watching a movie. And in the middle of the night, I kind of remember like waking up a little bit. And still to this day, I don't know if it was sleep paralysis. It didn't feel like sleep paralysis to me. It just felt like I was like I kind of had woke up and I was just laying there in the dark, trying to fall back asleep. And I remember hearing a creak in the hallway. And it wasn't like one of those things where like the house creaks and like makes noises. It like sounded like somebody, like pressure on the floor, like somebody was walking. And I remember like my heart was just beating out of my chest. And I'm thinking like, holy shit, it sounded like somebody is in the house. And I'm like, no, like trying to talk myself down, like off the fucking ledge, being like, it's fine, go back to sleep. And then I heard it again. And I remember my heart just started like beating out of its chest. And I shit you not, did I hear somebody sprint down the hallway, and it felt like somebody jumped on top of me. I felt something on top of me, like a pressure or like a quick jump. And I just sat up screaming, and I scared the shit out of my mom, who was sound asleep next to me. Her arms are flailing in the air. She's freaking out. She turns a light on. Then she starts yelling at me. She's like, go back to bed. Why did you wake me? And I'm like, something jumped on me.
Oh my God.
I'm like, there's somebody in the house. She's like, you're fine. Go back to bed. And there's me laying awake at like 3 a.m. being like, what the fuck just happened?
That's nuts, eh?
Yeah, so spooky. But to this day,
like, you never know if it's like your mind playing tricks on you, or if it was just like, what it was, you know?
It's like one of those unknown things. But I feel like I'm kind of like a spiritual person. I would definitely believe that. I mean, I don't really believe in religion a whole lot. That's just my own personal choice. I feel like there is a higher power out there, or something that is so unknown that we're not aware of. But I don't necessarily believe in a God. But I don't know. I feel like there's just some really spooky and unexplainable things out there. So I'm definitely like really open to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I would love to like something to be proven to me, you know, but it's just hard for me to believe in it without actually being proven.
Ooh, your time will come, my friend.
Yeah, honestly, I would love to.
No, it's going to happen to you. And you're going to be like, why did I ever wish this?
Prove me wrong. I would honestly love that, because then that would give me something to fucking do. It would be like a new hobby for me to study into.
Oh my God. Just you have to promise me one thing, that you will never bring a Ouija board into this house. I'm super skeptical about that.
I remember doing those as like a kid in like high school and stuff.
That is one thing that you could not pay me enough money in the world to mess with.
I could never do it with anyone, because I wouldn't trust anyone. Like I wouldn't trust anyone to like not be moving it, you know? I'd have to do it by myself and feel it moving. Otherwise, I don't think I could ever believe that it's actually happening. Like I'm so skeptical.
Yeah, I feel like it would definitely, like if you were going to do it, you'd have to not do it in this household, and you'd have to experience it on your own, because like you said, you're never going to believe it until you have your own
And because
experience.
I'm so skeptical about it, it's like, it would have to be like very definitive proof, you know?
Oh, I think you're going to get a spooky sighting in your near future.
I hope so.
All right. I think we have time for like one more topic. We're about like
might as well.
like 20 minutes, I think.
Those are pretty good ones so far.
Yeah. Watch us get a really shitty one now. Pet peeves.
Ooh, like mouth noises, like chewing, or even just the cats doing it as well. When you hear them like licking their water or eating wet food, like literally,
God, I hate that.
Oh, it just goes right under my skin.
See, I get really self-conscious about myself eating, and I try not to chew really loud, but I'm like, how do you not?
Yeah. I feel like I swallow really loud as well, actually. I feel like chewing and swallowing is really loud for me, but it doesn't bother me as much as like hearing everyone else's.
Yeah, I guess it's like you're fine with your own, but as soon as you hear somebody else, you're like, fuck this.
Or like how people load the dishwasher gets me for some reason.
Oh my God, you're one of those.
Yeah, like
no.
it's just...
How do you load a dishwasher wrong? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about. I don't know how the fuck people do load it wrong. Exactly what I'm saying.
Like you have like a very strategic way of loading it?
Yeah, just to be really efficient. You get as much in there as possible. Everything has maximum like surface area so it can actually be cleaned.
I don't know how you can like how there's like a right or wrong. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I load the dishwasher in a really jacked up way. So
yeah, I could vouch for that potentially. Same with Natalie.
Oh no.
Yeah, and even like I remember that was like a thing at our friend Max Romano's wedding. They were like, "Who loads the dishwasher the worst?" And they both put up Max's shoe.
Oh yeah. See, yeah, I'm for sure guilty of just throwing shit wherever, which I'm now realizing Ryan can vouch for.
Yeah. It's also like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe that's just my OCD probably. I'm trying to think of just mouth noises probably for me. I don't like mine like not like cracking backs and knuckles and stuff. Those doesn't bother me.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm really bad with cracking my knuckles.
Well, like
I always do it.
Oh yeah, same.
I find that noise just really satisfying.
Yeah, it is a really nice noise.
My pet. Oh my god, I know one. I hate when people smack their gum.
Oh, like with their like mouth open kind of thing.
Yeah, like chew with your mouth closed. First of all, I once had a customer talking to me, and the entire time she was smacking on her gum, and she was like, "This is so gross." She was like sucking the juices while she was talking to me, and it was probably the most horrible minute interaction of my entire life. That I quickly sped up her process because I physically couldn't handle to be by her another minute.
I feel like there was a mom on 90 Day Fiance that was like that, and she's like, yeah, you have to eat your food like this, you get the better like best taste out of it, and she's like sucking on it as she's eating it and like opening her mouth, like breathing, you know. Like, yeah, it was just
God, that is just so gross to me. Also, what I've recently discovered, so I thought I was really bad with being late and not being on time, and I feel like I've honestly improved. I'm gonna go with my mom is going to disagree with that, but it's true. I feel like I've improved with my time, and now I'm noticing how much people being late really bothers me.
Really?
Yeah. Specifically Andrew, aka my boyfriend, who is never on time or has any concept of time. Something about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm pretty punctual anyway, so like, I don't know. I just try to be.
I know. So it's different if it's like 5 or 10 minutes, but when it's like an hour, Andrew, then it's like a totally different story.
Yeah.
But as for like other pet peeves, I feel like I actually don't have a lot. I feel like I'm fairly easygoing.
Yeah, like people really bother me.
Yeah, the general public.
Yeah, the general public gets under my skin quite fucking often.
Yeah, just rude people in general, I feel like.
Yeah, or people who just don't have any self-awareness. Like, we'll stand in the middle of like an area where people are walking down.
Slow walkers.
We'll stop in front of you. Yep. Or just like bump into you. Like
without saying sorry.
Yeah, like not share the sidewalk with you when you're walking through. Like, they're just lucky I'm nice. Otherwise, we would literally walk into each other sometimes if I didn't move out of the way. It's getting to that point.
No, now that you say that, I feel like people that walk really slow in front of me really irritate me, and people that drive really slow. I mean, I don't drive. So since moving to Toronto, I gave up my car. But before, slow drivers really irritated me. And I used to like low key get road rage. And then once I drove in a car with my mom and I saw her get road rage, and I'm like, wow, this explains so much. I wonder where I get it from.
That's actually true. It's like Skyping with my mom the other day, and she was completely drunk and just apologizing for it. And I was like, it's fine, Mom. At least I know I'm not adopted now. I literally get this from you. So it's the exact same thing.
All right. Well, I guess we should probably wrap it up. We're at about half hour, I would say.
Yeah. Those are some pretty good topics, actually, for a first episode. Jeez.
Yeah, I feel like, there were some really interesting ones. If anybody ever has any other topics that they just generally want to hear brought up, anybody can always reach out to us on our social media.
Yeah, please send them in for sure.
Because, we do have like a pretty decent jar full of topics, but I feel like with how long we talk about them.
Yeah. Even with like specific questions, it could be anything random, or it could be something that's
like would you rather? Yeah. It could truly be absolutely anything you want to hear about.
Even just like an item or an object or a person that you just want us to discuss or thoughts and feelings about.
Yeah, anybody can definitely reach out to us to get any opinions, thoughts, or just generally hear us talk about nothing.
Very unqualified amateur opinions.
Yep, that is us.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening, and make sure you guys tune into our next episode.